So here's a pretty interesting story. It says Democratic senator suggests FBI background investigation of Brett Kavanaugh fake. So basically, anybody who wasn't a Republican during the Kavanaugh hearings could tell that the FBI investigation on Brett Kavanaugh was fake. So I remember covering this at the time, and I remember that he had this roommate in college. And he ended up going on, I think it was CNN or something like that, giving an interview saying, like, yeah, man, they didn't even contact me to ask me about anything. And that's when a lot of the stuff had happened with Brett Kavanaugh that was in question. And so it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this shit was fake. They didn't actually do anything. Pretty obviously. Obviously, it was under Trump. It says Senator Sheldon Whitehouse alleging that the FBI's background investigation of Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh was fake. Whitehouse, who sits on the Senate Judiciary Committee, sent a letter to Attorney General Merrick Garland last Thursday asking him to conduct proper oversight into the Bureau's 2018 probe into sexual assault allegations against Kavanaugh. Whitehouse said the investigation appears to have been a politically constrained one and perhaps fake. In his letter, Whitehouse said in this matter the shutters were closed, the bridge drawn up, and there was no point of entry by which members of the public or Congress could provide information to the FBI. He alleged that the agency refused to hear testimony from witnesses and ignored members who inquired on behalf of witnesses, and he criticized the agency's use of a tip line that was meant to accept allegations and evidence. This tip line appears to have operated more like a garbage chute, with everything that came down the chute consigned without review to the figurative dumpster, Whitehouse wrote. Whitehouse also said that FBI Director Christopher Wray never answered congressional inquiries about whether their background check was consistent with its procedures for such. If standard procedures were violated and the Bureau conducted a fake investigation rather than a sincere, thorough, and professional one, then in my view merits congressional oversight to understand how, why, and at whose behest and with whose knowledge or connivance this was done, Whitehouse wrote. It cannot and should not be the policy of the FBI to not follow up on serious allegations of misconduct during background check investigations. So this is really important in my opinion, of course, because I do think it was fake. They clearly did not do any of their due diligence. And in an investigation, you're supposed to really pursue witnesses. And in this situation, it looked like there were witnesses who were coming up who they didn't even really care about or question. It happened very quickly. It was clear that they did not do their due diligence, and I think that there was really more to that story that they didn't pursue. Obviously, it was the FBI under Donald Trump, so it was an obvious reason why it would be fake. To me, personally, I definitely have a lot of suspicions, just because it did not seem like they had done their due diligence in really asking anybody, especially that college roommate that he had. And it's pretty clear they just didn't really do anything. So I'm very curious to see this FBI investigation into the FBI investigation, because I think that there's really some fire, some smoke there.